Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to do a how to get Aero and rank up and gameplay for her to take a look for the very first time in my hands on my account from Marvel Future Fight. But first, I want to cover one thing that I've seen a ton of in comments everywhere, YouTube, Discord, etc. And it is with the new Heroic Quest missions. How can I upgrade 10 comic cards now that the Dimension Rifts are gone, and now that the Dimension missions are giving higher quality cards like 3-star or 4-star cards? I'm having trouble upgrading 10 cards like 1-star cards. So my suggestion to you is to go over to the Timeline Battle, play Timeline Battle, hopefully you don't skip it, and then from the token shop you can use your tokens to get honor card chests. It's 2,000 tokens for a pack of 10. And a pack of 10 will usually give you at least 1 or 2 upgrades automatically. So you can see from here I got 1, 2, 3, well I got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 14 cards. That is already enough for 2 full upgrades with 2 extra cards remaining left over from 1-star to 2-star. So purchasing this less than 5 times should give you enough cards to get that achievement going. The other complaint or the other issue that I see a lot of people having is that some of the daily quest rewards, like the daily missions here, I don't actually have it today, thankfully, but some of them here, and also some of the Heroic Quest missions require you to play and or win in Danger Room. While I can't offer you any tips in the moment for Danger Room, I can say that I have made videos about Danger Room, wink wink, and maybe you can check those out and it can help you out. And if you need more help for Danger Room, you can let me know what you want to see, and I will do my best to bring that content to you. Now, without further ado, Aero. Aero is one of the 2 new characters coming to Marvel Future Fight, along with, well, 2 new characters that are newly designed, I should say, along with Swordmaster. There's also Dr. Voodoo, but he's been in the comics for quite a bit longer than Aero and Swordmaster. Unlike Swordmaster, Aero is available through the premium biometric subscription. Now, I would say that you can also get her bios from a premium bio selector, or sorry, a premium bio, a premium character chest. But we don't have those anymore from special missions, so this is primarily, almost exclusively, the only way to get the character. So you select that, you get 20 biometrics of her per day, but with these characters and with the fact that you're only getting 30 days, which is 600 bios stretched out over a month, it is strongly recommended that you use at least 1 type of rank up ticket to get the character built up to start with. So once you've gone ahead and gotten the biometric subscription and you've gotten Aero, you can sort of continue from there on your quest to sort of rank up the character. We're not going to rank her up traditionally that way. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use a mega rank up ticket. And mega rank up tickets you can either trade for crystals when they're on sale, or you can trade them for tokens when there is a token event. So there's multiple ways to get mega rank up tickets. Sometimes they also give them away for login events, so they are, you know, rare but not hyper ultra rare. So we're going to automatically get her to 6 stars. Now she's already level 40 because I did a couple of clear ticket missions with her, sort of not really by accident but just kind of for fun, but otherwise she's untouched. She has no gear upgrades, nothing else, no mastery. So from here I have 2 choices, and this is the same way that it is for all biometric subscription characters like Luna Snow, Sentinel, Nick Fury, Ghost Panther, etc. Nick Fury has an extra option available to him, but for the most part you have 2 choices here. What you can do now if you're in this position is you can build up the character normally as a tier 1 character, you can build up the gears to 15, and then you can use those additional 29 days of your biometric subscription to finish off the gears, because on average it takes about 350 biometrics to finish the gears. Because you've got 600 biometrics and you've used up 370 on average, 20 to unlock the character, and then 350 for the gears, you'll still have over 200 biometrics at the end, which you can either use, you can save them for a uniform in the future, and you can use a tier 2 ticket, or you can just tier 2 them naturally. So basically a mega rank up ticket and a bio subscription is all you need to get one of these characters automatically to tier 2 after a month. It's not automatically, but after a month's worth of grinding. I'm gonna skip that because I want to get into the character's gameplay right away. She, as far as what I think she can do at tier 1, I think she does have some good, she does have some abilities, but tier 1 characters are going to struggle against World Boss Ultimate, and that's primarily where I want to test her out. But she may be a good tier 1 striker because she has all defense down on her skills. Now I don't see, there it is, up to minus 55%. So that is really important. You want all defense down that is different numbers. You don't want numbers that are always the same, like always 10% or 20% or 30%. So stacking characters that have different amounts of all defense down, and she actually has 2 different skills. That actually makes her quite valuable, even as a tier 1 character. So she could be like the new Weapon Hex. I'm not saying she is like the new Weapon Hex, and she doesn't go up to -100 like Weapon Hex, but she might be still very useful as a striker at tier 1, so that is something to keep in mind. But we're going to go ahead and get her to tier 2 right now using a mega tier 2 ticket. And you can get mega tier 2 tickets, you can exchange them for crystals. You 8,200 crystals with a 4,100 crystal refund, so it costs you a net total of 4,000 crystals for a mega tier 2 ticket. Or you can try to get lucky from the Cosmic Core event, and I know quite a few people were lucky enough to snag at least one mega mythic or mega tier 2 ticket. Mega mythic, there's no such thing as a mega mythic tier 2 ticket. Anyways, so let's check out the character now at tier 2. It enhances her Wings of the Wind passive, which is actually one of the most interesting defensive passives in the game. She has a 50% chance when hit to give herself not only a guard, which is nice, but a 75% guaranteed dodge rate for 2 seconds. I am curious to see how good that's going to be in PvP. It should be pretty good in PvE to avoid getting one-shotted, but we'll have to see how good it is in PvP. And she may not even need it for PvE if she has enough skills that protect her, because you can see here she's got on this skill, she just has accumulation, but she doesn't have immunity, so that's something to keep in mind. But she has a guard hit here, a 5 guard hit for 3 seconds. Whirlwind is just a regular skill, so you just leave that at 3. Wind Bomb is a regular skill as well. There's some buffs, there's some debuffs here, but you don't have to level it up because the debuffs don't get stronger by leveling it up. And then Death Tornado, we want to go all the way because it's got the all defense down that gets higher and higher, and it's got the 4 seconds of invincibility. Keep in mind, because it's invincibility and not immunity on Death Tornado, you want to be careful against characters that can debuff in World Boss like Thanos, because he will debuff the invincibility and then he can kill you. Also keep in mind, because she gives herself a 35% crit rate buff, which is very, very high, you don't need to go past 40% for her crit rate in order to max it out. 40% is very low, so you can see right now I'm already at 31.8. I'm already at 32% crit rate, which is insane, given that, you know, I'm basically already at the soft cap for her, and I can focus everything on crit damage, which is good for her build. As far as the rest of her build goes, let's fast forward through this. I'm looking for Power of Angry Hulk, and I've got just under 303 million gold. How much gold will this take? I got it on the test server so fast. Oh, and there we go. We got it. The test server song and dance worked. Sweet. We got pretty lucky there. We only spent about $1 million. Wow, we spent about $1 million gold. That was crazy lucky. I got Power of Angry Hulk after three sets of 8. Of an 8 set, because I got Smart Raccoon twice. That was super, super lucky. So let's go ahead and give her, we need all attack or energy attack on the ISO 8 here. So we're going to give her partially awakened ISO. I think she's good, but we'll have to wait and see. You know what? We're not going to go, well, let's go all fully awakened. Not fully awakened, but partially awakened. I've got a lot of ISO 8, so you know I'm not really putting them to use here by having them just sit in my inventory. I also want to give Dr. Voodoo a fully awakened ISO 8 set, so don't worry about him. He is going to be getting the awakened treatment. As far as the set goes, I think either all attack or dodge would be good for her. Or sorry, HP or dodge would be good for her. Her base HP is low, it's under 22,000, but I don't know if a CTP of Rage will be good. It'll be good because her crit rate is so easy to cap, and so you just have to focus on her dodge. But at the same time, you do want to give the character a little bit of HP so that they don't die immediately. So let's go ahead and give her 1 with HP here. We do need to re-roll this energy attack physical defense once we awaken it, but that's okay. And in the meantime, we'll also give here a all attack dodge, and we'll see how. Actually, you know what? We're not going to go with that. Let's go with HP, just in case I need the dodge for something in the future. We'll just go with energy attack HP. That's fine. I just don't want to risk it, because if she's not good for Rage, then we'd be wasting the ISO with dodge. So there we go. We got Power of Angry Hulk. Now we're going to see what she does without an obelisk, just to start off with. Let's just finish off her build here. We need 6% ignore defense, so let's look for ways to get it. She's got the cooldown here with the blue sky cape, or the blue cape, whatever, but she's 3.4% overcapped. The sky blue cape. So let's change this over to ignore defense and then see how much skill cooldown she's going to need. Okay, there we go. And now she's got 49 ignore defense, so basically capped ignore defense right away, and then 47.5 on the cooldown. That's really good, so we just need to throw a couple of cooldown Urus on her. So let me amplify the gears really quickly. So there you go, the build is complete. Besides the obelisk, we've got energy attack and crit damage and a couple of cooldown Urus there. We've got all 4 out of 5 awakened slots for the ISO, for the Uru, excuse me, on the gears, and her final stats going into the first test here with just under 20,000, 21,000 energy attack is almost capped ignore defense, almost capped cooldown, 42, which is going to jump to over 75% crit rate. So we've already gone over the cap there for crit rate, and then 154 crit damage. There's basically nothing to do about the crit rate because she's going to be gaining some from her gears, because I believe she has crit rate on her gear as well, right there on her sky blue cape. So there's basically no way to avoid that, even if you don't give her Urus. So let's go ahead and take her into some action. I gave her, of course, energy attack Uru because she's an energy damage dealing character. We're gonna test her out just against a Corvus stage. Let's try Corvus because she's a speed type. And let's see how much damage she does to him. We'll jump into a stage 40. I think that's a good place to start with no obelisk, given the fact that she has such great all defense down on her skills here. We're going to go with Nick Fury for the leadership and the support. We're going to go with, of course, Aero, and then we will throw in Wasp just so that I don't get bled or anything crazy like that. But you know what? We need Ignore Dodge. So I went ahead with the 5 Ignore Dodge strikers that deal the least amount of damage. So they are going to input a little bit of damage and alter the stats a little bit, but I bumped it up to a stage 45 now so we can more properly gauge how much damage she's able to do, and this is completely without a damage proc. So let's just see what she does. Let's also see how easy she is to play, because it's important to also gauge that from a character. You can gauge iframes and these kinds of things, but it's also important to see, you know, how difficult characters are to play, how fragile they are. She seems to have a pretty long cooldown on her 5th skill. Like, I want to cast her 5th skill more often, but I can't. But on the other hand, that's a lot of damage. 30-second clear here. Oh, I think I'm dead. Oh, wow, she managed to dodge it. Nice. Okay, so she has enough of that guaranteed dodge. Very, very nice. Okay. Ooh, 5th skill on the team up as well. Nice. But we need to just make sure that she can actually survive. I think survival is going to be a bit of a questionable thing for her, because I don't see iframes on 1 or 2. She might have an iframe on 1, actually, but yeah, I'm dead. Damage is really good, though. So I went ahead and threw a crit damage invincibility proc on Aero just to test her out one more time, and I just took a second look at her skills, and I reminded myself that her 3rd skill has an accumulation, and the accumulation is damage dealt. So it's always good to open with the 3rd skill. So let's go back into it. We're gonna try one more stage here. This is Cull Obsidian stage 40 with no strikers. I'm just curious to see how much damage she can do, and also if she can survive. We're gonna pass the buff here from Nick Fury. After Aero finishes striking for him, we're gonna go ahead and open with the 3rd skill to get that accumulation, and then pop the 5. And then we're gonna go into 4, but then we have to remember that she doesn't have any other iframes. So it's a bit dicey. It's definitely a bit dicey. Maybe bumping up her dodge is recommended, but yeah, the damage is definitely not gonna be consistent enough without a damage proc. But the good thing about Aero is she has the leadership ability. So that means that on top of having the all defense down, which you can see that she's stacking there, on top of the all defense down, she also has the synergy with White Fox's leadership and White Fox's leadership ability. So White Fox will give her 60% extra damage to supervillains, on top of being able to buff up her all defense down debuffs to stack even higher than minus 55%. So I think you could have a really, really nice team with White Fox. Well, you could have a really nice clear for World Boss using Aero as the main damage dealer, and then using White Fox as both a leadership and a support ability. And then you could either use, you know, Wasp, or you could use another support like Shuri, or you could use someone else altogether, and augment the damage even further there. Her survivability is definitely still a question mark for me. The 18-second cooldown on her 5th skill does make it difficult because the invincibility doesn't happen at the end of the skill, it happens at the beginning. So actually a portion of her iframe on her 5th skill does take away her invincibility. Now I know I did say Power of Angry Hulk because she doesn't have attack speed buffs, but there might be a strategy to lowering her attack speed to keep her in iframe slightly longer. That might actually be a suggestion. So for those of you out there who are unsure about your builds, perhaps if you're not going to go with invincibility, if you really want a damage proc, and I really want to see what you can do with a damage proc because she's got beautiful skills and she's got crazy all defense down, I want to see if that'll help her survive. And so maybe Overdrive would be the best or the better option for her there. Although you're not going to need too much crit damage because her crit rate is basically already capped, so you can focus all on crit damage anyways. But you can chain the iframes from 3, 4, and 5 well, as long as they're all on cooldown. You can see there that they pretty much melt right into each other, so you don't have to worry about getting hit in between. And you can stack the accumulation as well as the all defense down, so it's not bad for no damage proc and no strikers. Pretty good. So let me know what you guys think of Aero. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know who you want to see next. Hit the like if you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.